is in the state of the state with regard to the medical and prescription drug program this year. So first of all, USI stands for Understand, Serve, and Innovate. We work to understand the specific needs of our clients, to provide an unparalleled local service experience, and to innovate with cutting-edge solutions so our clients can continue to grow. We have over 9,000 insurance professionals at USI nationwide, 220 offices, including 2 in Wisconsin. Your team will be servicing the city of West Allis out of Brookfield, Wisconsin. And 500,000 clients meeting employee benefit, property casualty, personal risk, and retirement needs. So we have industry-leading national capabilities delivered through long-standing local, passionate, and committed service teams. So when the city has a need for such things as benchmarking, actuarial services, legal services, et cetera, with regard to employee benefits or employment law services, we have local teams right here in Wisconsin that will be taking care of those items. I am the Wisconsin practice group leader, and I've been privileged to work with the city before. So I came from another organization, and I have been with municipal insurance focus and employee benefit focus since 1994. So a lot of Wisconsin municipalities have been clients, and I really appreciate that experience. Scott Fuller and TJ Goodyear, who is with me tonight, are the lead consultants on the team, and they'll be dealing a lot with the actuaries and some of the other things, making sure that we always have a team member available to answer any need that the city might have. We have an account executive that is working directly with HR on a day-to-day basis, and then a service account exec as well. So the good news, and we're fortunate to be able to deliver mostly good news this evening. We are currently recommending an increase in the 3 to 4% range. This increase over time will be reevaluated. The city's insurance renewal renews on March 1st of each year, so that puts us about 7 months out. So we use 24 months of data to project forward. We're using a trend figure. We're very comfortable in the assumptions, and this is a very conservative estimate. So we don't feel it will be there will be any need to project anything higher than this. Obviously, we're always hopeful that it could be less. Medical trend is currently at about 8%. Pharmacy at 9%. Dental trend is currently at 4%. We will not be projecting any need for a dental increase. So the state of the city's medical and prescription drug program for 2023, I'll say these slowly so I don't confuse myself, but the city has an above average plan design for the traditional PPO. That has been a long-standing desire of the city, was to maintain a better than average health plan so that they could continue to recruit, attract, and retain amazing employees. And I think over the last several years that's been something that's proved fruitful. The city has a below average premium contribution for employees for their plan design. I know sometimes that the 12% feels like it's fairly normal, but post Act 10 and 32, 12% really became the norm. In fact, it was 12.4% because that was the average people had been paying toward the state plan. And so to not have to deviate off of that, and in fact to have that be as part of change over time, we're seeing most municipalities of the city's size and plan designs be looking at somewhere in the field of 15 to even 20% with the ability to buy down through various wellness programs. So the above 2 points are helpful with recruiting and retention. Health plan reserves. So for those of you that are unaware, the city is partially self-funded, which means that we have stop loss in place, and reserves are needed for all of those claims that happen to be incurred but not reported and not yet paid. So if I incur a claim today under my health program, by the time it gets through the system, is paid, and the money's collected under a self-insurance plan, is typically between 60 and 75 days post that day of the actual health event. So the city maintains a healthy reserve to take care of anything that's incurred but not reported, or any what we call it shock losses, any large claims that were just not foreseen and that the carrier wants to take a closer look at in the future. So healthy reserves, the health plan reserves are healthy and stable. They have been growing from a low point in 2018 to a current healthy state. So at this point, we're not projecting a need for any adjustment to the current reserves. Rate increases over the last several years have been in single digits, and in truth, I think there were a couple of years with zeros where we did not have to project a rate increase. So we've been looking at low single digits. This is honestly quite unusual for the public sector in general. People, particularly cities with large populations of pre-65 retired police and fire, are usually seeing a little bit higher medical loss ratios, medical trend, and certainly more shock losses. So in summary, the state of the city's medical and prescription drug program is healthy and stable. We also had some good news for our Medicare folks. We have confirmed a 4% rate decrease in plan rates for calendar year 2023. That decrease is split between the city and the retirees. Typically, there's a 50% share, and so there's some savings to the city, but there are also some savings for our retirees. And again, as I mentioned, for dental, there is no projected rate increase. So we just wanted to bring you up to speed with our budget projections and transactions. The next time we meet, we have developed a series of quite in-depth reporting that we'll be sharing with the council and the members of the Finance and Administration Committee so that you always have some background on what's going on with the plans and the rates. So if there are any questions, we're happy to answer them.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations on the new job, Rayanne.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, any questions at all from anybody? All right. Yeah, you answered it all. You cleared it out, laid it out for us, so thank you for that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and then is there anything else to properly come before the Administration and Finance Committee?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We're adjourned.
Safety and Development Committee will come to order. All members are present with the exception of Alderman Weigel, who is excused. First item on the agenda is item 36, is a resolution relative to determination of conditional use for AS Towing at 5225 West Electric Avenue.
Mr. Chair,
Alderwoman Thien.
I have reservations on this. So, again, I guess I'm not, getting it. So there's a current light automotive repair shop there now, and the owner right next to it wants to put in another, right? But they're two separate businesses.
Yeah, separate businesses. One owner of the property with a tenant, and then Miss Alejandra Sosa is here this evening. She's bringing in her business as well, which is towing, auto repair as well.
So, or my reservation is I do understand that there's going to be an off-site lot, but it seems like there's already an issue with parking, street parking, blocking of driveways with the current occupant. I know it has nothing to do with this, but there's obviously going to be a time that they have to put some vehicles there. So if one tenant is already occupying spaces, taking up street parking, if you add more to it, I don't understand how it would get better. Or fine, the owner says, is he going to say, I'm going to save, these 4 spots are yours, but then does that just mean that the current owner are going to take those 4 spots that they're going to give to the new business and move their stuff on the street?
It may be best to hear from the owner of the property and how she intends to manage that. And I will just add, Alejandra, she's here. Feel free. Since meeting her and understanding more about her business, the property has improved, and she's a new property owner. And coming into this, she has made improvements already to clean up what the last property owner left behind, and how the tenant was more or less left to just
do it all.
Do everything, and I think that sort of led to what you have seen in the past with all those cars out in the street. And since that time, she's done a good job cleaning that up. But it certainly.
Yeah, we also have another lot that we are currently renting for storing more vehicles if we do need it. I know that parking was an issue, and I did address addressed it to the tenant, and he is aware of the changes. He just needed to clean some of his stuff that he was there, and he didn't have enough parking due to the overcrowdedness of stuff that he had in there. So he did clean all that and storage the vehicles that he needs to in the body shop. Half of it, majority of it is his.
Okay.
So I would say quarter or so, which is the
Is the current
right-
owners?
I'm the owner.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the owner of. I just bought the property 3 months ago.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah. So he's leasing to me. So he takes the outside. It's 3 parking lots for him, and then for me it's 4. But he has plenty storage inside, so I made sure he cleaned all that, and he has storage. We don't have so much, but like I said, it was an issue before, and Zachary told me about it, address it, and we got another lot at another different location.
Okay.
In case we do need it,
Right.
which we are using it.
Right, perfect. Thank you for that. And it's really more of a concern during winter, as even the citizen
Okay.
had stated. Our plow drivers have a tough job as it is, besides having to weave in and out. And we all know what happens if you have a car parked here by a driveway, a car parked here on the driveway. During, snow, plow comes through. Now they're out in the street having to clear it off. So I just want to make sure that it's something that stays as okay, it's cleaned up now, but in 3 months, is it going to, move another car out on, okay, maybe I can put one more car out. And before you know it, you got, pink trucks out in front for a month and a half. So as long as, I just want to make sure it's something that stays on the radar as proactive rather than reactive.
Okay, and it will. The pink truck, we were working on it. It will be moved.
Okay.
So I know that's an issue, and it just kept breaking on us and breaking on us, and something else was going
So
on.
we should have painted it
But,
yellow.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, it's gonna get moved.
Thank you.
And I think one thing to remember is what Alderman Vitale brought up tonight is that there's always the option to put parking restrictions on the street, which means you wouldn't be able to park there, period.
Right.
And I don't think you want that. So I think it behooves you to make sure that the cars are not parked anywhere near your neighbor's driveway.
Okay, I will make sure of that.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for the applicant?
I move approval.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item 37 is a resolution for special use of Xlock Biosciences. Steve, were you able to
Motion to-
get answers for that, for those questions? I
I-
mean, I don't think there's any animals involved in
They
this, is there?
testing on
There's-
bats and creating
No.
COVID.
No, not that I'm aware of. And
Release the virus.
as far as the refuse question that came up this evening, I would, they have a waste management company that they will contract with, but I don't know who that is at this point. I can find out. I haven't got the specific answers yet.
Yeah,
but-
I'm sure they have a biosciences company. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're dealing with bacteria, just like with Stell's
There's some type
Memorial
of
or
state, yeah.
Chris Hansen Labs or any of the
yeah.
freighter, any of
Right.
the hospital areas.
I move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And we have the resolution for conditional use for the market at 6 Points.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. We're going to hold item 39, which
Mr.
is the
Chair.
Big B Coffee.
I know we're going to hold item 39. You just said it. I still want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'll be quick. I want to share with the committee that in the past, as the Piggly Wiggly owner, the owner of that strip mall area, has had to have his site and landscaping plans approved, where our Department of Development has required additional landscaping, wider landscaping islands, and I have been contacted in the past by the owner of that strip mall telling me how there is no way it is possible at all that he can lose any parking spots, parking spaces, because of a wider landscape island that is an onerous request that the city of West Allis was making upon him. And, you know, I was doing the Google Earth sky view, and I was counting up how many parking spaces he's willing to lose in order to have Big B Coffee come in and pay, well, assuming a lease rate there, he'd be willing to give up 23 parking spaces for that. That's my observation I wanted to share with everybody.
Thank you for sharing that, especially since that's now in the 4th District. I appreciate those comments, because I will probably be hearing from him now. The other item on the agenda is item 40. It's the minutes for the July 12th meeting for approval.
I move approval.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion or corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. So motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.